every single golfer will fall into this category. Hello and welcome back to a brand new video. I'm Alex Elliott, a PJ Golf Professional, and today's video and title is about golfing habits. Now, as humans, we are creatures of habits, right? We have habits in everything that we do. And for some of us, our habits are costing us shots out on the golf course. And possibly even annoying our playing partners. So I'm going to address the top 5 golfing habits that you have to take out of your game, you have to eliminate to lower your scores and, well, enjoy your golf just that little bit more. And as I said at the start, every single golfer will fall into one of these. It's Saturday and welcome to a brand new video. I hope you've got some golf lined up this weekend. I know I have, but I hope you have as well. And for a matter of fact, if you take one of these habits out of your game, I can guarantee right now your scores will be lower. They will be lower. Okay, without further ado, let's get into number 1 habit we have to take out of our game. I should stress this right now that these habits are in no real particular order really, but number 1 is this: playing with dirty golf clubs. Now, you don't realise actually how much of an effect that this will have on your game. You got to think right now, why do the best players in the world keep their clubs squeaky clean? They don't want to leave anything out there to chance, or as best as they can, not leave anything out there to chance. Now, you as a club golfer may think, you know, Alex, it don't even matter to me. Don't matter. I don't even strike it that well anyway. Well, I promise you, you might get that shot sometimes where you go, wow, God, I can't believe how far that one's just gone. Oh no, it came up short, but I actually hit it well. Sometimes having dirt between the grooves can really reduce spin. This can lead to shots coming up short, or even explain sometimes when we get that little bit of a flyer. Leaving grass on that face and getting grass stuck between the club head and the ball at impact can lead to that one that just explains why it goes a little bit further. And the biggest stat I'm going to hit you with right here, right now, is that if you're truly serious about lowering your scores, preparing your equipment right is a must, but also hitting more greens is the easiest way to get our scores lower. So the number 1 bad habit is having dirty tools. We just shouldn't do it. So my recommendation for cleaning your clubs is actually, before you go out, grab your towel, get it a little bit wet just in the corner. This makes it so much easier to get either old dirt out, use a T-peg as well, or just simply wanting to keep your clubs looking pristine. Because there's nothing better than getting a set of new clubs, is there? So why not treat yours like the first day you got them? It can really help you strike. Let's get on to number 2. So next on my list is, well, practice swings. Why don't we have them sometimes? We have to use them wisely. They're there to help us. Think about it this way. Would you ever hit a putt without having a practice stroke? Maybe, maybe not. Get in those comments. And also, before we move on to this second point, please do get in those comments on what you think is the worst golfing habit of either you or one of your playing partners. No names, please, but just one of your playing partners. I know for me, when I'm using my practice strokes, I use them wisely, whether that be for putting, whether that be to try and, you know, when I'm having a chip and trying to really feel what the surface is like, what effort I've got to put into it. I think they're really valuable in order for me to execute a shot correctly. But even more importantly, when we're going to be smashing driver on a hole that is fraught with danger, I use their practice swings as something that's going to settle me down. So number 2 on our list is not using your practice swings. We all have this sort of thing where we've got to rush around a golf course and practice swings take too much time. you have 40 seconds if you're first to go off the tee, or if you have 30 seconds if you're second to play your shot every single time. Now that is a hell of a lot of time. Why don't we use that wisely? So this is what I want to propose to that. Is that every single time you have a full shot, you're going to take 2 practice swings. You're going to have one that's a little bit technical. Now this is going to remind you of what you're doing in your lesson, i.e. the feelings from a drill, which really help your swing progress. And the second practice swing is going to be you actually hitting and practicing the shot that you want to hit. So both are so valuable. So number 2 on our list is actually taking your time and using a practice swing to help you improve and play the shot you're about to hit. It's so key and it's a bad habit. Now, before I hit this one, I need to talk to you about number 3. Do you slice the golf ball? Do you? Number 3 in our list is then tee positioning. Where do you pop your tee? Where is right, what is wrong? Now, for me, one of the biggest bad habits that I see for slices of the golf ball is teeing this on the left-hand side of the tee. I find, especially if you're playing quite a tight golf course, that this can force you to aim a lot more central and your ball finish further right. Okay, so starting straight, finishing right. Finishing in the hay, nobody wants that to be the case. Now, what I would say to you here is, this is something where if you're working on your game, and we all know, we're trying to get that slice to get out of our game and become less and less of a factor. So this is a tip for those days where you feel, I'm just slicing it that little bit too much today. And if we're honest, they do happen, right? They do happen. I want you to tee it on the right-hand side of the tee. So teeing it on the right-hand side of the tee is going to allow me to have a little bit more room to work my ball flight into the fairway. I can afford to aim a little bit left because I've got more space to aim into. I don't feel so boxed off as if I was on this side of the tee. I think that is such a great way to look at this and go, you know what? This is going to really allow me to aim a little bit further left, hit into that space left and curl it onto the fairway rather than feeling a bit boxed off on the right, rather than feeling a little bit boxed off on the left-hand side of the tee, aiming straight, finishing way out to the right. So what I want you to do here is get yourself aiming a little bit left by teeing it on the right hand side of the tee, using the space to move it back onto the fairway. I know a lot of you may be a little bit skeptical of what I've just said there, but it's about perception of what room you have to hit into. I promise you, if you're having one of those days where you feel like your slice is just becoming uncontrollable, get yourself on that right edge of the tee. You'll feel like you've actually got some room to aim a little bit left and allow that ball to curve back onto the fairway. As I said, it's not something you're going to use all the time, but if you're feeling a little bit crappy about your game, it's definitely a good one. If you are enjoying this video at any point, I would really appreciate it if you could hit that big red subscribe button and that thumbs up button. If you're enjoying this new style of content, please do let me know. Let's get on to counting your scores. Let's go. Number 4 is marking our scores. Now, whether that be you finish 9 holes and you're absolutely down in the doldrums about not going my way, not got this right, or nothing's gone in today. Okay. Or on opposite hand, you're bouncing out of there like Rory McIlroy because you've just sunk a putt, you're under your handicap. You have to think about what I'm going to say right now. So this tip is no matter if you are having a good round, you're having a bad round, it's something that I want you to think about. So 9 holes is usually that point. We go with our playing partners. What did you get right there? Bloody hell, 2 under par you, 200 handicap. you're either saying it to somebody, or they're saying it back to you, or you're counting your own score up going, I'm under par here, I'm under my handicap. Now for me, that is a horrendous idea. The nerves start to build, and I can assure you, you're probably watching this right now going, I've been in that situation. I have been in that situation. I don't want you to be in that situation anymore. I don't want you to even count your scores up until you're sat down having a cold one or a warm one, warming you up after a game and sorting your scores out. What I want you to do is this. I want you to section your card off into sets of 3. Now, by all means, if your playing partners want to know their scores, well, tell them about this video, but let them know theirs. But don't even entertain them about yours. Go, look, no matter if it's good or bad, I don't want to know. I don't want to know my score. I want to just carry on doing what I'm doing. So section it off into 3 and restart yourself after every 3 holes. Now, why is this the case? If you're having a bad day, you restart after 3. If you're having a good day, you can keep going about your business in a good way and not worry too much about what the overall score is. You can start to tone down those nerves and concentrate more on the matter of hand of hitting the next shot as opposed to what our overall score is. So section it off into 3, don't worry about your score, and don't let your playing partners tell you your score. What do you think about that one? What do you think about that scorecard one? I know in the past I've had some bad rounds or bad back nines because it's not blaming it on my playing partners, but I've tried to keep myself as unaware of what I'm doing as possible and trying to concentrate on the matter in hand, and sometimes that just made me too aware of what my score was. Don't know if you've got any situation that you can relate to in that. Okay, final one on my list, and well, yeah, I don't know how to explain this without being rude. Let's go. Oh, Alex, that needs to go, that needs to go. Get up, get up. No, get down, get down. Unlucky, nice strike, unlucky, unlucky. The final one on my list. Talking to your playing partner's golf ball, especially when it doesn't end up where it wants to be. Now, this is my biggest bugbear ever. You could have hit a great shot and it could have gone well, and your playing partners might have been trying to be nice, and I bet 99% of the time they are. But I really find that if you're hitting a shot, you're the only one that should talk to your golf ball, okay? So it might sound a strange one, this, but I think it's a really bad habit to be out on the golf course telling somebody else's golf ball to get up, get down, sit, oh, nice this, nice that. I know we're only trying to be nice, but sometimes it could come across the opposite way if the golf ball doesn't end up where it was intended to go. I know it's a little bit maybe rude of me saying this, and I might be out of order saying it, but I think it's a big one that we have to address. There is parts of the game where we can go, brilliant shot, lovely that, but once that ball's finished, let's not get too hasty when that ball's in the air, and let's wait for it to stop on the green, and then we can say as much as we want. So much for watching today's video here on Alex Elliott Golf. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please don't forget to hit that big thumbs up button, this one just here, and subscribe to the channel. We have daily content here, from instruction to club testing to doing random stuff, all golf related content to help you enjoy your game just that little bit more.